Aathu Billahi Minashaitan Nirajim. Bismillahir Rahman Nir Rahim. Praise be to God who has sent down to his servant the book, which is free from any ambiguity and which rightly directs, to give warning of stern punishment from him, and to proclaim to the believers who do righteous deeds that they shall have an excellent recompense, wherein they will remain, in a state of bliss, forever. Do you, all, want to question your messenger just as Moses was questioned previously? Anyone who exchanges faith for unbelief has strayed from the right path. A Quran in Arabic, free from any ambiguity, so that people may be mindful. Believers, do not ask questions about things which, if they were made known to you, would only become burdensome for you, but if you ask them when the Quran is being revealed, they shall be made plain to you. God has kept silent about them. God is most forgiving and forbearing. If you are in any doubt concerning what we have sent down to you, then question those who have read the book before you. The truth has come to you from your Lord, so do not be one of the doubters, do not be one who rejects God's signs, for then you would become one of the losers. They will put questions to you as though you had full knowledge of it. Say, knowledge about it rests only with God, though most people do not realize it. None shall question him about his works, but they shall be questioned. Have they taken other deities? They question you about the Spirit. Say, the Spirit is at my Lord's command, and you have been granted but little knowledge. God said, Noah, he was not one of your family. For, indeed, he was unrighteous in his conduct. Do not question me about something of which you have no knowledge. I admonish you lest you become like an ignorant man. They have taken their learned men and their monks for their lords besides God. They want to extinguish God's light with their mouths, but God seeks only to perfect his light, no matter how those who deny the truth may abhor it. It is he who has sent his messenger with guidance and the religion of truth, so that he may make it prevail, ideologically, over every other religion, however much the polytheists may hate this. Believers, many religious scholars, and monks wrongfully appropriate people's possessions and turn people away from God's path. Tell those who hoard gold and silver instead of giving in God's cause that they will have a painful punishment. On the day their treasure is heated up in the fire of hell, their foreheads, and their sides and their backs shall be branded with it, and they will be told, this is what you hoarded up for yourselves. Taste then what you were hoarding. Believers, if you marry believing women, and divorce them before the marriage is consummated, you are not required to observe a waiting period, make provision for them and release them in an honorable way. Prophet, we have made lawful for you the wives to whom you have given their dowers, as well as those whom your right hand possesses from among the captives of war whom God has bestowed upon you. And, we have made lawful to you, the daughters of your paternal uncles and aunts, and the daughters of your maternal uncles and aunts, who have migrated with you, and any believing woman who gives herself to the prophet, provided the prophet wants to marry her. This applies only to you and not to the rest of the believers. We know what we have prescribed for them concerning their wives and those whom their right hands may possess, in order that there may be no blame on you. God is most forgiving, most merciful. The general negative outlook and eschewal of inbreeding that is prevalent in the Western world today has roots from over 2,000 years ago. Specifically, written documents such as the Bible illustrate that there have been laws and social customs that have called for the abstention from inbreeding. Along with cultural taboos, parental education and awareness of inbreeding consequences have played large roles in minimizing inbreeding frequencies in areas like Europe. That being so, there are less urbanized and less populated regions across the world that have shown continuity in the practice of inbreeding. Of the practicing regions, Middle Eastern and Northern Africa territories show the greatest frequencies of consanguinity. Among these populations with high levels of inbreeding, researchers have found several disorders prevalent among inbred offspring. In Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Israel, the offspring of consanguineous relationships have an increased risk of congenital malformations, congenital heart defects, congenital hydrocephalus, and neural tube defects. Furthermore, among inbred children in Palestine and Lebanon, there is a positive association between consanguinity and reported cleft lip/palate cases. Historically, Populations of Qatar have engaged in consanguineous relationships of all kinds, leading to a high risk of inheriting genetic diseases. As of 2014, around 5% of the Qatari population suffered from hereditary hearing loss. Most were descendants of a consanguineous relationship. Astaghfirullah. You filthy animals. Just a heads up to the cousin effers in the community. Get divorced immediately. Repent. May Allah receive you in Jannah.